This video is going to be about luminosity and the apparent brightness of stars. I'm going to start out with a review of power and intensity. Intensity is the power emitted by a source divided by the area that power is spread over. In astrophysics, we're going to use a sphere as the area it's spread over. If this is the sun, or a star, and I were to build a sphere around my star, and the radius of my sphere is r, which is the distance from the star to the wall, and the star emits power, P, in all directions, which then spread over the sphere on the inside. If I wanted to make a measurement here of the intensity, I could use the equation you learned before. The intensity is equal to the power emitted by the star divided by 4 pi, the radius of our sphere squared. So the power divided by the surface area of our sphere gives us the intensity, or the energy, the power per area. In astrophysics, we're going to use the exact same equation, but with astrophysics terminology. Instead of intensity, we're going to use the term apparent brightness. And instead of power, we're going to use the term luminosity. So the more powerful a star, the more luminous it would be. So apparent brightness will replace intensity. Luminosity, L, will replace power. And 4 pi, I'm going to say the distance to my star squared, will determine. Okay, I'll just annotate my equation really quickly. Notice that we use the term apparent brightness. So why is it apparent brightness and not just brightness? Well, notice in the equation that it's affected by both luminosity and distance to the star. So these two factors determine how bright that star is going to appear from Earth. So if I have a more luminous star, of course it's going to appear brighter, but that star, if it were farther away, would not appear as bright. And a closer star would have a smaller d, distance, so it would also appear brighter. So these two factors coming together make the brightness apparent, because you might have a very bright star which is far away that appears dim, or you might have a very or a star that's not very luminous that is very close by that appears very bright. Okay, so that's why it's apparent brightness. All right, that's the end.